Well, in my last video, I was showing you where the pistons are and how I got them lined up. 1, 3, 5, and 2, 4, and 6. I got a little circle on the cardboard box. And you can do the same thing with the main if you have to, because I'm old school James. I don't remember a whole lot of things. What am I doing now? Am I doing a video? So that's the problem. Old school, we forget things. Old timer, we forget things. We don't remember. What's today? I have no idea. But the bottom line is, the more you organize everything you take off, where it's at, and you can label it, you can put your bolts and nuts in bags and label them, the easier it is to put it back together. So right now, I'm going to show you how we're going to remove a piston. I got one more to go. So I basically use my impact wrench to break the nuts on the block. And it doesn't take a whole lot, just take it, just break it just a little bit, bring it over, do the other one. Once you do that, you can just take the nuts right off. Don't lose those nuts, they go right with the piston. I put them somewhere where I know where they're at. Now the next thing you have to do is you have to break loose the connecting rod from the upper and the lower. So I use this, and I use a hammer, and I use a screwdriver, or even a rubber mallet. The reason I'm not real sensitive to this crankshaft, because I'm going to replace the crankshaft. Otherwise I would put rubber, we got these little rubber things you can put on them. When you got a carburetor and you put a little plug, those little rubber plugs, yellow, white, black, blue, different colors. Well, you can put the white ones on these two bolt nuts, these bolts, and it'll protect your crankshaft from getting scratched. So basically, we're gonna hammer it down, the piston, and if it goes down far enough, this cap will come right off. Look at that. Look how easy that was. I just tapped on the piston with my little chisel. I tapped on it, dropped the piston down, the cap came right off. It's really that easy. It seems difficult and hard, but some guys go on that little edge. There's a little corner piece that sticks out on these, which is fine. You want to catch that. Let me see where it is. There it is. So if you catch that little edge right there, that's where you want to take a screwdriver and pop it up here, and then do the other side, pop it up little by little, work this here cap off. The other way I do it, when I know my crankshaft's not going to be saved, I just put a big old chisel, hammer the piston out, this thing will come right off. It's that easy. Okay, now again, we're going to take the connecting cap, the upper, I'm going to take the nuts that go with it, I'm going to put them all together, and this is the last piston, so it's going to be on the fuel pump side, which is the even numbers, 2, 4, and 6. So this is cylinder number 6. We'll go back over here. It's the last one, so I know it's number 6. I'm going to set everything down right there. So that way when I go to start putting everything back together, I can start cleaning up the connecting rods and make sure they're all nice and pretty and clean and no debris. So to bring this piston out, basically you just take your chisel and a hammer, and I usually get on the same side the piston's coming out because I want my leg underneath to catch it. That way it ain't gonna hit the floor and mess up my brand new piston head. Right? You just work at it, it'll come out little by little. Just tap away. Yep, it's starting to come out now. Almost got her. Whoop! Just what I said not to do, I did it. So, even the best mechanics make mistakes. Fortunately, I got a little tarp underneath the engine, so it didn't hit cement or concrete, but it's still in good shape. We'll double check it. Yeah. Say what I do, but don't do what I do. Do what I say, but don't do what I do. do what I say, but don't do what I do. That's the old old-timer philosophy, because we make mistakes too. Anyway, well, we've got the whole engine disassembled as far as the pistons are gone, the connecting rods are gone. What's left is the main connecting, crankshaft connecting main bearings. So we got all the way from the front, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then from the back, you got the one-piece main. I have to take the engine off the engine stand just to get to it. It's not that hard to take off. There's like 3 or 4 screws, maybe even just 2. This thing is rubber gasket, it'll slide off. So I'll remove the oil pan gasket, remove the one-piece seal, pull off the harmonic balancer, and then I can get to my timing chain. And that's pretty easy too. There's just about 8 or 12 bolts around the timing chain. Pull it off. You got to pull your gear and your chain off. Don't worry about it. You just line up those 2 little dots when you want to put it back together. I'll probably do another video on that. It's not that hard. It's really easy. You got any questions? You got any comments? Please leave them so I can take a look, see what you wrote, see what you got, and hopefully this video will help you guys. I know there's probably 100 million videos out there, but hey, every video might have something to add to what you're doing. You know, I've watched probably thousands and thousands of them over the years, you know, because YouTube has been my best friend. You know, you can rely on other buddies and friends and neighbors and people that's done this stuff, but you know, they got their thinking and their decisions and their way of doing things, but it doesn't hurt to know more. I mean, I'll tell you, it's just a world that we live in today full of knowledge, you know, and knowledge is power. So the more you know and the more you're teachable, and that's one thing I learned, no matter how old I am, I'm teachable. I can learn from an 18-year-old, I can learn from an 80-year-old, because I don't have it all figured out. And if you got it all figured out, let me know. I like to meet that person. So anyways, I'm old school mechanic James. If you like this video, hit like. I appreciate it. I'm a newcomer to videos. I've been doing a lot of mechanical work for 50 years, but I've never really done anything as far as uploading videos. And it would sure be nice to have people view them. And if you like it, great. Hot diggity dog. We'll take care. We'll see you soon down to the next video. Y'all take care.